Hello everyone and welcome to my retro media room, and today I decided I wanted to look at my top 10 most valuable PlayStation 2 games. So to start with number 10 is a little game here called Silent Hill Origins. Now I remember I bought this brand new from Walmart back when it was still just floating around in stores like normal, and I played it a little bit. I like what I played. It is definitely, and I'm gonna say this ahead of time, you're gonna notice a trend when it comes to Silent Hill for these games here, just saying. Now, this was originally a PSP game, if I remember correctly, and then they ported it to PlayStation 2. Yeah. I don't think it got ported anywhere else. I could be wrong, but whatever the case, it was a handheld game, and then it was ported to PS2, and I got it, because I was like, oh, it's Silent Hill, but it's only portable, and I don't, or a handheld game. I don't really. It's funny because mobile is cell phone games, handheld likes a Game Boy, and so on. It's funny how nomenclature. And of course, since I'm the original owner, this is immaculate, fantastic. I love it. The game is actually quite good. What I've played, I need to play it more and beat it. But yeah, so that's number 10. All right, number 9 here is, like I said, we're gonna see a trend. Silent Hill 2. Now, I couldn't tell you, I couldn't even remember where I got this, but I'm the original owner of this, so thankfully for that. So I've had it all these years, played it when it first came out on PS2, and I've always loved it. I love the series. Freaky, like this game. There's a scene in a bathroom where it sounds like a woman throwing her body against the stall door, and in dead silence, and my heart stopped when I was a teenager when that happened. So this game, I don't think a game has ever startled me that hard or scared me that bad ever. So yeah, this is definitely a classic. The graphics, the atmosphere, this is one of the few games on this list here that I've beaten and played thoroughly back in the day, and looking forward to the remake. And so yeah, classic, great game. All right, number 8 here, we have God Hand. Now, I need to, and this has some of the Platinum game. This has some of the Platinum game guys from Capcom before they left Capcom and formed Platinum Games. I believe, if I remember right, I can't see on the back here or anything, but I believe Shinji Mikami, because being Platinum Games, Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, I believe had a hand in this, directing it, producing it, something. So very cool game, stylish, over the top, goofy, fun, cool combat, sought after. Got a very, very nice copy off of somebody at one point. So that's another thing I forgot to mention. All these all the values listed are going to be based on complete and good condition. So all my conditions vary from like new to a couple of cases brand new. Very good to like new to brand new. So definitely these copies would be able to fetch pretty much any of these prices listed based on their average values anyway. Obviously give or take offers. But I don't sell my stuff, but I just, it's neat. So coming in at number 7, Wild Arms Ultra Code F. So I've never played this. I'm not sure if this bonus disc inside, if this is like all of them or if it's certain ones, but because of that, it's got more heft to it. I do like the Wild Arms games. I actually have the first one downloaded on my PS5 and want to kind of go ahead and start with the series. Let's see the DVD, Wild Arms, Twilight Venom anime series. So episode 1, limited edition DVD. So maybe not all of them had that DVD. So I think that's why I was like, oh, this has a DVD inside. More the merrier. I don't care what the game is. If there's a DVD, like I've got a version of Mortal Kombat versus DC that has a Blu-ray of the Mortal Kombat movie included. I just thought that was neat. Like I don't need it. The more the merrier. Any bonuses or extras or anything, I don't care. More the merrier. We collectors, I'm all over it. Plus, I'm gonna mention this. I've talked about it in a video before, but these PS2 cases were really good quality. It's funny how they're technically a shade. They're technically a really dark blue. All these cases, it's so blue it looks black, but it's when you look at the plastic itself, you actually can see that it's super, super dark blue. most of the time, and not maybe not 100% of the time, but a lot of the time it's a shade of blue. And they're sturdy, they're quality, they're not hollowed out like those other ones I've griped about that are hollowed out with the recycle symbol and terrible. So this is back when they made quality, sturdy, awesome cases across all the consoles. So that's a bygone era. Well, sort of. PlayStation 5 and Xbox and even the Switch are actually not too bad right now. It's kind of movies that have kind of gone into the cheap territory. But anyway, off my soapbox. All right. So at number 6, we got Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner. This is, as you can see, I've got a plastic outer case for it, but this is still factory sealed. Now, it's one of those weird things where it is sealed. All right, I'm not 100% if this is actually factory sealed because there's not the security label on it, which was on virtually all PlayStation 2 games, but I swear I've seen some where it didn't have them, and it's weird, but they're supposed to have them. So I'm not sure if this is 100% factory sealed. This got resealed. It's certainly going to be at the very least like new inside. It's definitely not used. Like I don't know. These are weird. So I'm not going to bother. I don't care about grading companies or anything like that. I'd have to look if I could see other copies of this online that have the other copies online, if they have the factory seal along the top and or the side, then that'll tell me that this is just re-shrink wrapped and that's it. But until I see that, as far as I know, it's never been opened. So I just never got around to it, and now I have it digitally on my PlayStation 3, so I'm just keeping it as is. All right, so next at number 5 here. Let's see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, at number 5 here, we got Devil Summoner 2. Same thing. Now, this one, now I do have a tear right here, and it's the same thing. Doesn't have any official seals on it. Might not be legitimate, to be honest, but hey, it's certainly immaculate inside, so at the very least, it's like new. And same thing. I have it digitally. I'm able to play it. Never have played it, but obviously the Shin Megami games are pretty cool, and I've always meant to get into them. So I know they have a big fan base, and these are obviously, well, they're worth money for a reason. Sorry if I'm out of frame. All right, at number 4, we got Samurai Western. Well, like I said, I tend to say this. I haven't played it, never beat it, never finished it because I collect more than I play half the time, depending on the game. But this game looks really cool. I noticed it was sought after. It was unusual. I love the cover art. I like the idea of it and the style. So I was like, I want this game. And then it went up in value. Or not long after I got it. I did not pay nearly as much as what it's worth for it. So I'm fortunate. So this is a cool game. And I do want to play it. Now at number 3 here, we have Silent Hill 3. Never, you know what? I never finished it. I meant to. I played it a lot. I got stuck. Really liked the game. Very, very scary. Continue to love the series. This is actually, it's funny because I'm the original owner of the discs, and then having the soundtrack with it is actually part of what adds to its value. Being totally complete. The booklet, is not perfect, but it's solid. But the case, though, or at least the outer case, I had to replace because the original one I had was like a Blockbuster case or something. So yeah, some of this I've had to swap around and replace and fix, but ultimately it was a used copy. Actually, no, I'm not the original owner then, but it was a used copy I got for cheap, like, oh God, I don't even know how many years ago now. But it's always been fine. It's always worked fine. It was pretty well kept. Just the case was lousy. So. All right, so at number 2, and you'll be surprised at this because it's one of the trio. It's one of the top 3 trio of super valuable PS2 sought after PS2 games, the mean 3 or whatever you want to call them. So I have Haunting Ground. I actually have this facing the wrong way in the case here, but whatever. So Haunting Ground is one of 3 games. There's I forget the name of them just now. I'll just list them. But the other 2, you have this and the other 2 games that are worth more than this. This is the bottom of the 3. But I did get a hold of this. I pieced it together, sold the pieces I didn't need, and got your money back from those. It's been said that it's somehow loosely connected to Clock Tower in the universe. Don't know if that's true. It's been said, or at the very least, it's a spiritual successor to Clock Tower. Translation, that tells me it was just inspired by Clock Tower, which, you know, and I love Clock Tower, but yeah, it's just, I think it's a spiritual successor to Clock Tower. I don't think it's technically connected in universe. It's from Capcom. Clock Tower's not Capcom, but whatever. I just remember off the top of my head some things I've read about before, but very interesting game. I've always intended to play it. It's, you know, it's a good looking game too, but it is worth a lot, so it's kind of a handle with care kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm glad I have at least one of the top 3. But here's the funny part though. This is one of the top 3, but yet what's number 1, right? Well, it's kind of interesting. So we got Xenosaga Episode 3. Now, if it were just Xenosaga Episode 3, it would be high up there, but it wouldn't be above Haunting Ground. Not by $100 or over $100. But because this has the holographic card in it, as you can see, actually it picks up the camera perfectly. Because of that card that I only paid, like, ultimately I only spent like $30 to $50 on this. If that. It was like part of a bundle I bought with the other ones and stuff on eBay years ago. And it had the card. I noticed, I was like, oh, well, there's a holographic card with it. It looks nice. It's in very good condition. So I was like, and I bought it with the bundle and sold what I didn't need and, you know, have all 3 games. Well, because the card and in good condition, it's worth even more than Haunting Grounds. Or it's about the same, but just a touch more at the moment. So yeah, those are my top 10 most valuable PS2 games, at least as of at the moment, as of this date. You know, these things always change. But I love my PS2 library. I'm always kind of looking out for, you know, additional games. Xbox is my favorite 128-bit console of that era. But I really did love my PS2 because I had it since day one, like since launch day. I had PS2. So, all right. I hope you all liked the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.